Set sail for Pagonia to build your island community and discover resources, allies, and perhaps some enemies along the way. Pioneers of Pagonia is still in early access, but with 6 different predefined playstyles and even the ability to customize your own map, you get to play as casually or as aggressively as you like. Before we get too consumed by this city builder by Envision Entertainment, consider supporting the channel at patreon.com/idreamofindiegames for exclusive Discord access, podcasts, and game codes. Your community is waiting. In Pioneers of Pagonia, your ship, the Venturer, lands on the mystical Isle of Pagonia, loaded with residents and starter supplies to begin building your new home. The game guides you to prosperity through bite-sized goals that ultimately contribute to your ultimate objective, whether that be to befriend other factions or defeat enemy camps. There's no timeline to completing the objective, so you could technically meander your way to success. But it did take me less than 2 hours to complete the majority of tasks for each of the predefined maps. In every playthrough, your first steps tend to be building guard towers and an explorer's hut to expand your territory, woodcutter huts and quarries to gather resources, and foraging and hunting lodges to source food. I also took the time to create farms and a marketplace in each of my save files to bring life into my digital settlement. For those of you who have more of the 100% completionist mindset, once you've laid your basic foundation, you can then bolster your military to protect your community from thieves and bandits, as well as claim the entire island as your own. As your town grows, more resources and tools are needed to support that growth. Weave flax into cloth at your weaving shed to then deliver to the tailor's shop, turn that cloth into armor so that you can train more soldiers at your military academy, and more. Following the correct chain of events and finding the right buildings to process your resources appropriately can be a little tricky as you get further along and begin to build up your bustling island economy. As your explorers travel the island, they can encounter neighboring villages and trading posts which you can then establish trades with to source rare or expensive resources. When you complete trades, this increases your relationship with the neighboring village, and at a high enough relationship level, you can then become allies and merge your communities. While you have the ability to create 42 different structures in early access, some buildings produce items that you cannot collect resources for currently. Well, not without a bit of luck anyways. For instance, an artisan blacksmith can create magical weapons, but those require gems to produce, and the only way you can currently acquire gems, in the version I played, was by getting lucky with trade options. This I found to be a bit frustrating, however, it is an early access title, so not entirely unexpected. Soon players will be able to build subsurface mining structures in order to collect gold, gems, jewelry, and train villagers as geologists. Another fun update slated to come in February 2024 is a fishing hut. I found myself constantly wondering why in the world fishing was not an option if we're trying to make a home on an island, and was very pleased to see it coming soon on the future roadmap. And for those of us who like playing games with friends, co-op is also coming soon, with new objectives, discoveries, and artifacts. While I can't wait to see what comes with the full release, as it stands, you'll find that a lot of features sadly aren't implemented at the time of this review. This is worth noting if you plan to dive in early. Pioneers of Pagonia is rather easy to pick up and start playing, as it has plenty of guided mini-goals and objectives. Another aspect I loved was not having to worry about population management. There are various playstyles which should meet most gamers' preferences, and the art, music, and overall soundscape is very charming and relaxing. Not everything is perfect, however. The game is lacking in accessibility options, and a minor gripe, but I like to get a super bird's eye view of my town, especially if I have to click and drag, or WASD my way to the opposite side of the island. While I could double click the minimap to fast travel to other areas of the map, an increased zoom out feature would have been lovely. And while I enjoyed the relatively chill combat mechanics, it was difficult to tell what the purpose of each military position was, which makes it challenging to efficiently defeat enemy camps or get rid of thieves. I lost countless resources, which ultimately didn't matter because of the well-oiled machine I had created, but that didn't make it any easier to watch a cunning thief slowly walk away with my bread. And finally, while there are various playthrough styles, some objectives seemed too easy, and I was able to complete most of these styles in less than 2 hours. So if you're looking for a game you could dump hundreds of hours into, this may not be the one for you. All that being said, I did enjoy my time in Pagonia, even with all of the early access quirks. Although they were all relatively short playthroughs, being able to swap playstyles for a different challenge was a nice way to keep the game fresh. If you are a city builder gamer who likes to complete games in quick bite-sized playthroughs, maybe take a stab at Pioneers of Pagonia. For my more hardcore friends, you may want to pass on this one, as Pagonia is an island and there's only so much land to be claimed.